Shalom, Israelite, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Been on these streets since 1969, trying to teach the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true language. Shalom, Israel. Priest and officer Ibaja covering it, holding it down for us. We're going over today, this Friday, which is the Lashawan Qadash. Right? And read this in the Hebrew for y'all, so y'all don't understand. Lashawan would be spelled La-Sha-Wan, Na, right? And you connect the Y and the Na, La, and Na, and a hook for the line and the Sha, right? And then you have Qadash, right? Da. Qadash means holy, okay? Lashawan technically means tongue, right? But it can also technically, in this instance, mean your language. Like, what tongue do you speak? What language do you speak? Right? Salakia for my Jesus, little. Not the best. Salakia. So that's where tongue comes from. Now, Qadash. Qadash is a word you see heavily. The beast of the Most High. Salakia. I don't even know why I tried to record in Hebrew. Let's click out there. Salakia, bear with me one sec. Salakia, let me turn this on. Okay. Damn. That's good. All right, Salakia. Bear with me one sec. Now we got Qadash. Qadash, right, means separate, or it also means holy, right? You'll see in the scriptures the beast of the Most High, the four beasts with I believe it's eyes all around their body. They only say one word: holy, holy, holy. That's what you'll look up when you read it in the New Testament. That they continuously holy, holy, holy. But technically, what they'd be saying, they'd be speaking the language God created. So they technically, what you'd be hearing is Qadash, Qadash, Qadash. Right? You would hear these beasts saying Qadash, Qadash, Qadash. Okay? Qadash means to be separate. Right? Separate. Like, where does that come from? Like in Deuteronomy 7 and 6, when the Most High said that his people are a separate people. What makes us separate? We have our own language. Right? We're separated from everybody else because we're not forced to speak like everybody else. We have our own manner of speech. We have our own language, right? And even a manner of speech, I don't know if that's the proper term to use, but technically speaking, we do not speak the same tongue as our oppressor. Like, we came into this land, and this is talking about every tribe. For the most part, from what I know, Dominicans, like, I know this is somewhat based off beef between the tribe and tribalism, but from what I heard, Dominicans don't speak real right Spanish, but Puerto Ricans tend to. Similar to Judah and Benjamin. Benjamin, to my knowledge, does not speak even Queen's English. Patois is something completely different, which is a mix of, if I'm not mistaken, English and French and Creole, and maybe one other language I'm not sure of. But yeah, Ebonics is really, for the most part, Ebonics is really the tribe of Judah taking English and really fixing it, because there's things in English that you'll never realize don't exist. There's things that don't exist in English that we wouldn't realize necessarily because the English language just ignores its non-existence, and Jake just fixed it to the point where Jakes don't even realize that's a failing on the English language. Now, I'll cover that just to show you what I mean and to understand why it's important to have a holy tongue, a separated tongue, something of your own, and why it's good to understand why yours is better, right? Okay, so we're going to use a simple word. We're going to use both forms of it. The first form we're going to use is a thumb, right? A thumb, right? Which means you in the plural. Okay, then we're going to use another Hebrew word, a thumb. Okay, so this is a thumb, right? thumb, right? And I'll write this one in the Assyrian as well. A thumb. Thumb, right? That's you plural, right? This is you, Salaki, let me just write this above. This is you, male plural, okay? Let me just make that clarification. This is male plural. If it was female plural, it'd be a na right here. I'll give it that second. The second one we're going to deal with is calm. Calm is exactly the same thing. However, in certain instances, like ya come. Right, now write that over here. So that first one we come. The dash is to explain the com usually comes at the end of the word like it does here. Right? This com is a possessive pronoun. These are the possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns in the Hebrew come at the end of the words. Those are your yours, your my's, your ours, right? Your. And then you and your are the same word in the Hebrew, right? Especially when it comes to possessive. So this is come and then come. Come. Right? Now we have Alahayakam. Salafi. No, it's good. Come. Right? That's come. Right? And this is the second one. Salafi. Let me do it in the Assyrian real quick. Babusha, bear with me. Come. Right? Alahayakam. This is a possessive pronoun. This right here means power. What this right here means is technically you, plural, or your, plural, power. So let me write that in there so y'all can see it. Your, let me put plural up here, power. Now, for those who don't know, plurality, right? For those who are unaware, when it comes to plurality in most languages, Hebrew included, if you're dealing with multiple, because I said earlier, one second. So like I was saying, are you either? Huh? So like I was saying earlier, what's it called? When you're dealing with multiple sexes, well, meaning like you're dealing with both men and women, you just keep the ma at the end of the word, so because it would denote both. So what we have here is alahayakam, which is plural for your, or basically what we know as. Okay, now this is what I was getting into for how it takes over. What's it called? In the Hebrew, in the English, there's no such thing as you plural or your plural. You and your are just simply you and your. Like, here's what I mean. For anybody who is part of the Hispanic tribes or understands the Spanish language, you have two, which is basically friendly you, but singular. You have usted, which is just professional you, singular. But lastly, you have ustedes. Ustedes. Ustedes is regardless whether it's friendly or professional. Ustedes is you plural, right? English has no ustedes. There is no ustedes in English. Well, however, and that's abnormal in a lot of languages. And English is abnormal in that sense, which is why it's better to understand your language, because our people at some point saw that as a failure. So we came together and did what? You don't have a plural, your own plural you, right? You don't have your own plural your, right? So we created one and called it you all, or as we today say, y'all. And there's what I was saying earlier about tribe of Judah and the other tribes, basically taking our oppressor's tongue and changing it for ourselves, so that we can do what? Separate ourselves from our oppressors. Right? So, with that, I pass the class over to Priest and Officer Hazard. You need me to erase all this?
Yeah, good.
Go.
You got any questions online?
Salaki, how did you? Oh, Salaki. Yeah, we live.
Shalom, just our update. All right.
Want to start us off?
Slow down.
Salam.
All right. Yeah, I'll put you on the floor. Slow down.
Class.
No problem. All right. I see sisters in the room. YAHANNA, I.S.U.P.K, Bashima Oshai. All right. And you know, I emphasize on the Athan.
Right.
Athan.
You go like that, you want to come.
I've said the Athan with the N on the end. Why? One of the sisters could answer me why I'm using the N on the N on the end here, right? Rather than use the Atha, right? What is the difference? As you know, I'm trying to say you. Right? I'm trying to say you, right? What is the difference with Athan and Atha? Why am I using these two, right? I see this go wrong all the time. All the time. Alright? Ilana J. Alright, no problem. Right? So we have three sisters in the class, right? What is the difference between this and this? No one knows. Alright. And this is in particular to the greetings, right? Between a sister and other sisters, right? Or this is what they should expect to hear back, right? So if you're a sister in the school, you're more than likely greeted in Yahweh Shamar Al-Athar Shima Shai. You've probably heard this before once or twice, right? So with that now, you're saying this thing. I break this down almost every week now, right? What is the difference between these two, right? Answers online, nobody. There's no, by the way, there's no sisters in the school here, right? There's not a feminine spirit in the school right now, right? But there are some online. I don't need all these to jump up. I just need one. If one can get this right, I mean, then we have good hopes for the sisters out here.
Right.
I mean, we have some diligence from the sisters out here. You know what I mean? We got no answers about it, right?
Nah.
None, right? Okay, no problem, right? As I said, these two both equate to you, right? A thought. Yahweh Shema Ida thought is singular.
Right.
Right? It's a singular. You're talking to one person, right? One person. All right? Yeah, like I said about it, Yahweh Shema Shai Barakatah, right? And he will reply back, Yahweh Shema Shai Barakatah. Now, when we salute the general, right? We say Yahweh Shema Shai Barakatah because we're talking to one man who is the general. The general responds back to us, Yahweh Shema Shai Barakatah.
Right.
Because he's not talking to one person, he's talking to all of us in the class, right? So when he's talking to the men now, right? Thumb, right? Thumb, this M right here, for a key, right? In transliteration, picture this M as being man or male, right? Picture this M right here, right? As being M for male, right? When you're talking to more than one male,
Right.
a man or men, right? Picture that in your mind, so you know that you should say this when you're talking to men. Sisters, you're on the left side of the room here, right? Because the sisters sit on the left side of the room, right?
Right.
At the end of the class, when they have to salute the brothers across the class, right? The sisters have to say, Yahweh Shema Al. Which one would they say? Is there anybody online alive right now? Is anybody alive? If you can hear me, type 1. If you can hear me, maybe they can't hear us. Maybe they can see us, they can't hear us. I don't know, right? If you can hear,
type 1 if you can hear.
Okay. Type 1 if you can hear. If we don't get no 1, we have to go shut the class down and start it over.
We got one.
We got 1.
Yeah, we got one.
We got 3 ones. Okay, so they can hear us.
No. There's people in the back. We only got one.
Okay, so somebody can hear us, right? Okay, so a thumb means you're talking to the men. I want to say men. I don't want to say males. I want to say men. Male sounds a bit too Caucasoid for me right now. Okay. Right, men. Right. The athan means you're talking to not men, right? The athan with the N means you're talking to not men, right? And by not men, I mean boys neither. Boys are men,
Right.
right?
Right.
When you look for boy children in the Bible, they are called man child,
Right.
right? You know about it? Man child, right? So bunch of little boys in the room. You see how it's a thumb.
Right.
All right? Right? And then a tha, we know a tha is a regular, the singular, right? So now, here you are as a sister on the side of the room here, right? The brothers get up to salute, they salute the teacher, right? They're all men, so they're saying Yahweh Shema Shai Barakatah with the M, right? Because they're men, right? And then the general says back, Yahweh Shema Shai Barakatah, right? Because they're men, right? So to the general, singular, but to the men, plural. A thumb. Shema Shai Barakatah, with an M, right? If you can see everything on the board clearly, press 3. If you can't, type 8. Right? If there's some reason why the board is not clear, type 8. All right? Good, right? So now, the brothers now saw, turn and face the sisters, right? And they greet the sisters, Yahweh Shamar Allah. They're not talking to men. They're not saluting men, not men. Right? So they say Yahweh Shamar Allah, not men, Athan with an N. Right? right? Yahweh Shema Allah Son with an N because they're not men.
Right.
Right? They are not men. Alright? What does the sister say back? What does the sister say back to the men? The sister say back to the men, Yahweh Shema Allah what? Yahweh Shema Allah a thumb to the men. They don't say this. They don't say this to the men. That's not what you say to the men. This is what you say to your other sister or friend that you have in the school, your other sister you have in the school here. Right? But at the end of the day, you don't say this. Right? And that's the rules. Alright? If you think the rules is just nothing, then we'll just look at you as we gotta wait how we look at you. Or we see someone that's just not really down, you just don't learn, you just think you have it all, whatever, right? But we will more than definitely gravitate and progress towards the sister that was really down for the truth, down for the One West, down for the culture, down for the kingdom. In the kingdom, we ain't speaking no English, so you can forget that. Try to get this right now, right? Right. That's how we're doing this. So we're doing this to prepare for future days. Now, future days was coming up. We have the Feast of, is it the Moose?
No, trumpets.
Feast of Trumpets on Monday, right?
Not this Monday.
Next Monday.
Yeah, comes.
Feast of Trumpet. How do we say trumpet? I know you know it, right? You gonna bring that right there? Good, right? Okay.
I'm in trouble. Yeah, I got it.
Sure. Give it a blow one time on camera. Wait. Do it without it. Come on. Yeah, we go. There we go. Get it, man. That's right.
What's it called? You just gotta make sure that you don't blow into this. I always say this every time. You do not blow into the the trumpet. It's vibrating your lips. The vibration carries it and makes a sound inside of here that gets carried out. That's how a trumpet works. That's how all brass instruments work.
Right, don't blow. You're right. Don't blow into it. You force it. You have the sound.
Right.
And the sound has to be forced down that. Right. So let me get it go. Right. So what we do is, being that we all grew up in school here, right?
Right.
We don't put our mouth on it because brothers in here.
Right.
There's some brothers have to. You can, before the service, you go clean up, whatever, right?
Yeah, right.
What I do is, I give a little space between it, and I give myself a little, I give myself a little cup around it, tight, where I'm putting my mouth on my finger.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because we all got to share this thing, and so this, I.S.U.P.K, under command Junior YAHANNA is ruled by straight men. Right. They're not like the other groups that you know of. All right? You know what I mean? Right. And our leaders are Benjamin. No backy boys allowed. Right. All right? So, I go ahead. The sound is not from the trumpet, the sound is from your mouth. Right? You got to make a, what they told us in the school was you got to make an elephant sound with your lips. So it'll be something like this. Right? Now, that sound is going to sound different coming out of this. Right? We do the same sound, right? Look at this. Right? Right. That's what we're doing here, right? Right. Oh, shit. It's been a while. Yeah, come on. I'm saying you gotta train them muscles there. But one time I was doing it every weekend, Sabbath service. Right. Hey, it's been a while. Body been doing that's why you got it so good. Yeah, right? Come on. Something like that, right? Right. This is what we would call a trumpet. Right. Right? The trumpet, who holds the trumpet? The man that does what? The watchman. The watchman. Our trumpet was the alarm. See if we can get the scene on Black Panthers. On what? Oh yeah, Black Panther movie where they blew the trumpet, right? By the way, no nation, and by nation, right? Make sure we say to the capital, right? Nation in the Bible means race.
Right.
Race, right? We should be a nation of priests. We should be a race of priests. Race of priests over who? Over all the other races. Right? Right? And we are the only race on earth that have this as a trumpet. We're the only people. The Chinese people will mess around and have a damn some big tambourine thing, big circle, and they just bang, yeah, right. That's what they would do. You see what I'm saying? Even going up into Europe, you know what I mean? Even when we lost our culture running around with the Romans, they would sound some bell or something. Even up to this day, the Romans will still sound some bell, right? But the Israelites, we blew the trumpet. Danger coming. Something like that. All right, it would be just like that, right? And that was our culture, and we celebrate this culture, right? Every September, right? Around there, according to when the moon is, you find out what the date is. The moon tells us the date. The moon is not something we be scared of, and be scared of, and people are scared of the moon. All right. Trumpets. Another scripture says, "Raise thy voice like a trumpet." Right? Because the trumpet is what sounds the alarm. Right? Shapar. Shapar is the word for a trumpet. We all know Captain Shapar Napash.
Right.
Out of Philadelphia. Right? Captain Shapar Napash. His name, he's a black man, he's a Judite.
Right.
Right? He's a Judite. So Judites are very rough. I mean, they're the loud tribe. I mean, they talk like they lions. They loud and they roar. You know what I mean? And when Judah say the sound in their voice like a trumpet, right? Something you know something's wrong out there. You know what I mean? Shapar Napash. We have Captain Shapar Napash. Right? Captain Shapar Napash. Right? We all know captain in Hebrew is Saran.
Right.
Saran is the word for captain. Right? We got Shapar over here. We know Shapar is the trumpet. Right? Shapar is trumpet. Right? And then Napash. Napash is soul. Right? Oh, you got it?
Yeah, come
on. Right? And by the way, Hebrew names must be written in one go, right? Hebrew names are not two names. That's not our culture to have a space in between the two words are given us to make out a Hebrew name, right? So if you're writing in English, you put a little dash in there. I know you got Facebook. You know what I mean? You're trying to make it not look too crazy. You're trying to make it known that this is the deciphering of two words. You put a dash in there because that's what you do in names. You put dashes in names.
Right.
All right? And his name breaks down as trumpet soul trumpet. Right? Soul trumpet. He's a black man, right? Black man of soul, right? Ready for the video about it? You got a remote, right? Okay, so here we are, right? We need some visuals, right? Israelites are very visual, right? Big up Commander YAHANNA, you know what I mean? That's right, the boss, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
John.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Play it a little bit. Okay, here we go. Here's the black, here these people go. Right? Oh, what's they got in the hand there? Africans don't have trumpets with out of goat horns, ram's horns. They do not. There's no African culture that uses a ram's horn to signal anything. You know what I mean? That is our culture, which the Jewish man put in the movie because Jewish people rule Hollywood, right? And Jewish people know that we're Israelites. I mean, you got a book called The Mask of Edom. The Mask of Edom. You look anywhere, you're not gonna find it no more because Kara brought it out on Commander YAHANNA's show. I mean, and since then, That book has disappeared from all stock worldwide. You know what I mean? You gotta be a white Amalekian, Amalekite.
Right.
You're gonna be a Jewish man to get that book there, right? But that in his hand right there, that thing right there in his hand,
Right. Yeah,
right? That is a shapar, right? That is this thing right here that we have right here, right? That's this thing right here, right? That is culture. What do you call it again? Culture appropriation.
Concept.
Huh?
Concept.
Right?
Culture
Right?
appropriation.
Culture appropriation, where they are misappropriating our culture, right? Right? And we're gonna be doing this thing right here. We're gonna be doing this thing next Monday, right? Because that is our culture. That's not the culture of Wakanda. Wakanda is not real, right? Right? This is the modern day trumpet right here.
Right.
That right there is the modern day trumpet. The microphone in your hand.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the modern day trumpet. We go to camp and blaze.
Right.
Right? Now, does that mean that we abandon this trumpet? No, this is the culture. But this is the act to let people know that, hey, yo, people, you gotta wake up.
Right.
Raise that voice like a trumpet. Let me get that scripture to up.
Gotcha.
Raise that voice like a trumpet. Right? And these are scriptures that we're gonna bring on that day anyway, but you know what I mean? For the sake of the lesson, you know what I mean? We're gonna get this, all right? So like the camera is getting all messed up here. I got it. There you go. Most time Christ. Isaiah 58:1, right? Isaiah 58:1. All right, let's get a little closer to the board here.
58 verse 1.
Yeah, God. Old school U.P.K scripture too. By the way, there's no such thing as a U.P.K scripture. It's just that there's some scriptures that are very, very deeply used and embedded in the schooling camps in the past.
Right.
You know what I mean? Things that, let people know that we are not Christians because we actually follow the Bible. If you actually follow the Bible, you do this. This is what you do when you actually follow the Bible. Right? Read.
Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud.
Cry aloud. Right? What is a cry? You cry when what? You cry when you're upset. Right? You know what I mean? Someone's coming to invade your castle, right? Do something. Be upset. We don't know these people.
Right.
I got kids behind the lines to worry about. I got brothers that I love over here, and wives and families that behind this line that we love, and we want to protect them. Here's an invader. We are upset. Pull out the arrows. Men grab swords. Brothers we Israelites, so we get down with the oil. Or get the oil and to pour these MFers and light them MFers up. You see what I'm saying? We get down with the business. We got traps out on the ground. We got fake ground out there where we lift the level, the ground falls in the ground full of spikes. You see what I'm saying? We got traps. You know what I mean? Don't mess with us, man. You know what I mean? We are a warlike people. Our God is a man of war. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead about it. And today we got guns. We got plenty guns in the U.P.K. where it's legal, right? No guns in the New York school, right? Because it's not legal here. But there are other things that are legal here. And where we're allowed to have guns, you know what I mean? We have them. We have them stocked and piled, man. We got bullets for years. All right? And Commander General sees fit that we can defend our people and defend our neighborhood when the time is called for. You see what I'm saying? When Yahawashi returns, forget it. You know what I mean? By the way, we are obeyers of the law of the land, and the law of the Bible. You know what I mean? But when Yahawashi returns, just believe me, right? It's going to be all our anarchy out here, and we will be defending what's ours, and we'll be looking to take onto what can be ours. All right, go on.
Spare not.
Right, cry aloud, spare not. Right, so we don't spare nobody. Right, we don't spare nobody. We don't care how much the LBGT is marching. We talk about them. We don't care how much you love your auntie on drugs. We're talking about drugs. Your drug dealers are upset that we don't want to talk about drugs. They don't want to talk about drugs, but we talk about drugs. Right? The police drive by, and we don't say, oh, here's the police. Don't talk about the police. No, we're talking about the police. You know what I mean? Whatever our topic is, we won't stop the topic because here goes the policeman. Nigga, we got free rights. We got First Amendment rights. You know what I mean? And we got a permit from your police precinct to talk about what you want to talk about. You know what I mean? We teach the Bible. We ain't just talking slandering nobody. We preaching the Bible. The Bible says, "Spare not." Why? Because it's not our opinion. We're delivering a message that comes to the Most High in Christ, man. Spare not.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. And kept it upon the Posh. He was that kind of guy. You know what I mean? He lifts up his voice like a trumpet and sounds the alarm in black people. You know what I mean? So Commander YAHANNA on down, sounding the trumpet is how we got into the school. Brothers like myself, I body it, got into the school. You see what I'm saying? We got the Kentucky 8 right here. Right? They ain't come up in here by magic. Right? Can you see the picture? Yeah, these brothers right here. Right? We got Captain Qadash, you know what I mean? We got Officer Hamakobath, Makawa, right? We got Madara, you know what I mean? The Lashawan, you know what I mean? The brothers in space are a bit blurred, you know what I mean? Is that the Patas Alaban in there? I think so. It looks like the Patas Alaban in there. You know what I mean? Those brothers weren't called in there by magic. You know what I mean? It wasn't boys saying, let's get together and form an Israelite group. That's not how it happened, man. Right? There was trouble going on in our neighborhoods. And someone sounded the trumpet and the soldiers came. Give me the sheep hear my voice. If I could, right? Body, right? The sheep hear my voice, right? Is there anyone on that? Yeah, let's get that out of the way.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
And show my people their transgressions.
And show my people their transgressions. Right? Good, right? Yeah, everybody want to say something?
No, there's more.
There's more. Keep going.
In the house of Jacob their sins.
And the house of meaning, we're going in the street to tell you to not eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. Right? We're going in the street to tell you that the Christian church is making you sin. Worshiping white Jesus is a sin. You see what I'm saying? That is why when COVID-19 came to America, black people had to get it. When it first came out, here's what everyone said. No matter what race you, here's what was said. This is a white virus. That's what everyone said because white people was the one getting it. But guess what? Black people was Christians. You think God want to see that? Where that scripture said the plague? Stay there, right? Let me get this. Let me get it, right? Where it says the plague has begun. Or you want to get it for me? I bought it right quick.
You want me to get it?
Yeah, it's in it's Numbers 16:46.
16?
Yeah, Numbers chapter 16, verse 46, right? I believe that's around the time when the fake Israelite groups tried to come against the camp of the Lord, right? Not knowing that the Lord is only with one camp in the Bible, especially in this chapter right here, just like many other chapters. Which is one occurrence of the many, right? Where the Lord is only with one camp and he destroys the other camps, right?
Numbers 16 and 46.
Uh-huh.
And Moses said unto Aaron, take a censer and put fire therein.
Right, take a censer. Censer is where you put the incense in.
Right.
Right? Fine.
From off the altar and put on incense.
Take the censer from off the altar, right, and put incense in it, right? Keep going.
Right. And go quickly onto the congregation.
And go out to where the people are. Right? Keep reading.
And make an atonement.
And make an atonement, meaning these people that the Most High is putting a mark on the people, right? So they don't get hurt by the plague, right?
Right.
It's, when COVID-19 came out, right? People who don't know the Bible, fake Israelite groups again with the silliness from fake Israelite groups, right? Some of them when I got, lamb from the store,
right,
took the blood from that's in the little plastic thingy, and they went and put it on their doors. Because they said, oh, this is the plague in Egypt, killing the firstborn. You bunch of idiots, man. Who told you to do that? In the Bible, we were told to do that at that time. You see what I'm saying? Because there was a plague coming. But the Lord ain't saying put no blood over your doorpost right here, but there is a plague coming, right? The people that would not get hurt by the plague in this instance here was because Moses was a man of the Lord, like our commander YAHANNA is a man of the Lord, right? And this time you mark the people by doing what? Taking the censer, put incense in it, lighting on fire, and wherever the smoke was, these people would not be hurt by the plague. You'll say something about it?
No, I won't say that.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Keep going.
Yeah.
For there is wrath going out from the Most High.
Why? Because there is wrath going out from the Most High. And it wasn't like, what should we do? It wasn't the thing about, oh, I don't want to do this.
Right.
I don't think I want to. You're gonna die. You one of those people that want to be like, oh yeah, why do I gotta wear all black? Or why do I have to be in the I.S.U.P.K? Nigga, you're gonna die. Don't worry about it. Just go do what you do. Or people's question is, oh, why do we have to join the I.S.U.P.K? Can't we just be, what if there are people out here that just keep the law and are just righteous men? Are they gonna get into the kingdom? No, Negro, you're not. How do I know that? Because out in here is where we turn men into righteous men. Meaning what? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Nigga, you're not righteous. I don't know who you're fooling. Why can't we just keep the law by ourselves and be righteous by ourselves? Because the white man doesn't want us to get together, dumb. He wants you to be by his nigga. The kingdom doesn't come by you being righteous on your own in your house.
Right.
What's going on in these niggas' minds out here, man? You being righteous by yourself and just keeping the commandments, and you know what I mean? If Passover come on, you buy a slab of lamb from the supermarket. Nigga, you don't get the kingdom like that, dumb.
Right.
You get the kingdom by coming together in U.P.K, one doctrine, one body, one faith, and cry in aloud. Cry is Korah. Korah, like Korah.
Sounds of call is also Quran.
Call. If I call you, if I cry out,
I
bought you. That is a cry. I bought you. That is a call. I bought you. That's a shout. Right? All of them. Don't think of it like in America, where we have a word call, we have a word cry, we have a word shout, we have a word yell out. Just think of the action. And this right here, Korah, is the word for that action. Think more of actions. All right? Right? Cry aloud, spare not, like a trumpet, lift up, rawam, ha, ram, should be high exalted, lift up, sit up high, right? We have the next one right here, ram. When it says lift up by that voice like a trumpet, the word right here is ram, meaning to lift. Lift, exalt. Here's the thing now. You see all these English words. You see there's a lot about it, right? You go to concordance. It's giving you like 10 different words in English because they all have the same imagery. Remember, Captain Zach always says this: we are a very, what's the word he uses again? A very visual people. You see what I'm saying? So for Christianity to live, we needed a picture of white Jesus. And that's why we have this picture right here. We don't have a picture right here to say this is the actual Christ. We have this picture of a black Jesus Christ, a black Yahushua. His name was Yahushua, right? We have a picture of a black Jesus Christ to combat the picture that you had of a white Jesus Christ. Because our people are very visual. We believe in things that we see. You see what I'm saying? When we see the white man ruling, we just say, you know what? The hell with this God and this year 2000 U.P.K stuff, because the year 2000 is here, and I can see the white man is doing well and fine. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what they say. They say they left the U.P.K and created their own Israelite group, right? And that is what they did, right? Because carnality goes by what you see. Our people are very visual, right? But the thing is, they couldn't see the scriptures, and Commander YAHANNA could see the scriptures. And a lot of brothers that was in the I.S.U.P.K in the past, you know, they didn't know the Bible, straight up. Oh yeah, I was in the I.S.U.P.K in 94. I was in the I.S.U.P.K in 92. I was in the I.S.U.P.K in 1988. Nigga, he didn't know the Bible. You don't know the Bible like the brothers in the I.S.U.P.K know today. The scripture says the latter should be greater than the first. You know what I mean? All right? So whatever you did, expect us to do it 10 times better. You was fly, we're going to get 10 times flyer than you. All right? The Commander YAHANNA is 1,000 times more of a man than you, because he is not a quitter like you quit. You know what I mean? You didn't love this like how he loved this. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, everyone will say, oh, how did Commander YAHANNA become the head, the top man? Why didn't you stay to become the man yourself, man? You know what I mean? You left Commander YAHANNA in the school. You could have been in the school and been up there with him. But no, you left to go do what? To go be some stinking employee somewhere. And then they want to claim, and now they want to complain because Commander YAHANNA is the head. Like, nigga, shut up. All right? Ram, exhort, lift, exhort. Also, set up high, right? Set up high. Right? So there's an imagery, picture of the imagery here. Remember now, our culture is imagery. Our culture is Ah, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya. Why? Because our people are a very visual people. What is Ah? Ah is a cow's head. This is a cow. A cow's head. Right? For Allah. Right? Ba is a tent. Right? Ba is a tent. Right? Ga is the, what is this? This is the hump on a camel. Right? A hump on a camel. Right? What is that? That is a door of a tent. There's a tent. Right? Here's the door to the tent. The tent is the lot. Right? The lot, right? Door. Right? Right? Ha is Hana, right? Hana, which means to behold or look. Right? Why is a fish hook? Why is a fish hook? Right? We got Zad is a weapon for Zion. Right? Because we are a visual people. Our writing system is based on visuals. Right? Kalmar is a wall. Was a fence, which is now our word for wall. Why? Because a fence and wall does the same goddamn thing. All right? Picture a fence. What does the fence do? Keep things in, keep things out. Right? Can be climbed over. What does a wall do? Keep things in, keep things out. Can be climbed over. Can be broke down. Right? Same thing, right? Fence and wall, same thing, Kalmar. Right? Ta. What is ta? Bottom of a basket. Tana'a. Bottom of a basket. Right? What is ya? Ya is a hand. Ya is a hand, right? Hand. Right? Because we are visually, the hand is this. This is the yard. Right? This is the yard, right? Especially with your thumb here too. Right? This is the yard.
Right.
All right? Because we are a visual people, right? So when it comes to Hebrew words, think of what the word is, right? Think of what the action is doing, and here is the Hebrew word for the action. All right? No problem, right? Okay, what was the scripture we had last, Abadi?
You wanted
number 16 or 46, right? We ain't get the part where the plague came.
John.
Okay? And here's how you know to worship the Most High. When you see people drop dead, you know what I mean, that's how you know. And America's getting there too, right? The slave master, the devil, right? The oppressor, right? He's been getting away too because he had everybody pack up into their houses so they can die in their house. So you don't see the dead bodies, so you don't fear the Lord. right? If you saw them dead bodies, the school would be getting packed up a lot more quicker. You see what I'm saying? But you know, America won't learn the hard way. They're trying to have a reopen. Right. The very moment they try to have a reopen, was it July or June? July. They try to reopen the whole economy back, and the Delta variant smack dive right into society again. New variant. By the way, the Delta is the word for door. Right? Dalaf. Right? Alap is alpha. Bayat is beta. Gamal is, how do you say that? Gamma. Yeah. Right? Dalaf is delta. Do we have where can we find the Greek alphabet?
You can Google that.
Greek alphabet.
According to Wikipedia, the Greek alphabet has been used to write.
Okay, here we go. All right, we can see this, right? Okay, so we have alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Okay, they switched it up because they got the E here, right? So they have epsilon here. They have zeta.
Actually, that fits, sir.
That's it?
No, that fits. Look, because their D would be RH.
Their D would be.
No, their E would be RH.
Their E would, but there's two E's. Okay, well, there's an E and H, but both of them say epsilon. Oh, that's what they got. That's a brand, right? Epsilon is like some print. They make printers or something, right?
Yeah.
Epsilon, zeta, or zeta is Zion, is not the same. The H, the ETA, right? So I guess it would be Heta, header, right? For the O, they have theta.
Huh?
Theta.
Theta?
Theta.
That makes sense too.
Well, it's not our tha.
Yeah, kind of.
Right? I is iota. But so there's this thing that we would say not moved by one iota. Right. I guess the iota is like the dot on the I, right, eventually, right? What do we have? We have iron. Okay, it's not the same. So I guess after no, but we have the kappa. Kappa is cup. Palm of your hand.
Right.
Right? Kappa. Right? But cup is the palm of your hand. Right? Palm of hand, right? Which they turn into kappa. Right? They turn this into kappa in the Greek alphabet. One time we had a Jamaican clothing brand called Kappa. I guess it wasn't really Jamaican after all, huh?
Yeah.
Right? And then with Lambo, you heard of the Lambo variant. That Lambo is from the Lamad, right? L is Lamad. Lamad, which means to learn.
It's kappa or kap?
The Greek is kappa.
Okay, but it's actually kap.
It's kap in evil. Right? Lamba with Lamad, right? The Ma we have Mu. Mu.
M-U.
Mu. Yeah, right? And the N for N we have New. New. Right? I don't know what this one is. This is I'm only familiar with this in Chinese. XI. They'll pronounce this C. Right? Where they say it's between, if you look at how you talk, it's between the sound you'll make between saying S and SH. So if you say C and then you say she, if you put your tongue in the middle of where you say C and she, right? Because there's a difference. The C is right above the teeth, and the she is going up into the roof of your mouth, the front part of the roof of your mouth, right? So C is catching it right there on that bend right there. Yeah, like that. C.
I thought it was like she. Right.
She.
Like when they say the president of China, they say President Xi.
Yeah, because that's English people talking.
Okay.
Right, but Chinese people, because of their culture, they
know it's like more.
Yeah, they can see the difference between what you're saying between C, and she.
Okay.
Right? It's really retarded. We don't need it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? But that's what they do. You know what I mean? Omicron. I don't know what that is. Pi as in 3.142.
That's what
3.14, 3.1429, whatever it is, right? Right? Then we have the rho, which pronounced as a P, sigma, right? I don't see none of these here, right? Pa, we have pa. For P, we have pa, which is the mouth. I'm not gonna say that's it. Rho, I don't get rho. Sigma, what we have for sigma? For S, we have samak and soap, right? But basically samak,
Right.
established, right? Not the same. But now the T, we have a tau. That one is similar because our one is thou, which is mark. Thou is mark, like mark of the beast. Thou. All right. Upsilon, pi, pi, chi, psi, omega. Okay, the rest is done, right? The omega. What's the omega? Omega is what? O, ion. Not the same, all right? No problem, right? All right. Okay, so that's that, right? That's all we need to know for the Greek alphabet and how it's similar. I just say a lot of people talking about it. I know you're talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not all of them, but there are definitely some.
Yeah.
There's some stolen goods there that needs to be recovered. About it.
One thing I always knew about this part while I covered but obviously the word alphabet is then stolen from us.
Alphabet too, because alpha and beta is alpha and beta, which is Allah and Bayat. Allah Bayat. You know what I mean? For sure. You know what I mean?
So ox house.
Huh?
Ox house.
Ox house, good. Cow's house, right?
Run your ox house.
The shed, right? Run your shit, man.
Oh yeah, right. Run your shed.
Oh man. Okay, where's the
Run the crib.
Was this one we was using?
Oh yeah,
Okay, right. So going to the trumpet. On the day of the blowing of the trumpet, we're gonna say we're gonna read out Leviticus 21. Leviticus 21? 22?
23.
23.
The holy days, right?
Next one. Yeah, the holy days. We're gonna read the holy days out. We're gonna need to learn some words from there. All right. We need to learn some words from the holy days. Leviticus 23.
Slapping?
Leviticus 23, right?
Got it.
Give me some of these right quick. Yeah, I ain't do that.
Okay. All right, so you just want to go over the.
Yeah, let's just go over some. You have an interlinear?
Huh? Yeah, I got it.
You just get the most common ones.
Yeah, kind of. With you. Okay. All right. All right. We're just pulling, if y'all have any questions, just let me know. Leviticus 23. I'm sorry, verse 1. You pretty much good over there. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel in Salakia. Let me get this in the Hebrew as well. Look next to me. Salakia, bear with me one sec. You know. You right with y'all, Salakia. 3 and 1. Right? So now, we're going to go through this. So, for time's sake, I'm going to break this one down. Okay. I'm going to do this one in the Assyrian because, what's it called? This is what you're going to see. I probably won't even do a whole verse like this for the rest of them, but like I said, you'll see this constantly if you're in the Sabbath service, especially if you're studying the Torah. You'll see this constantly. Okay. Allah. Salakia. If you're studying for your test, make sure you don't do that. That'll definitely get you messed up on your test. Always remember what type of Hebrew you're writing. Right? Now I'm writing it, personally I like writing in this ancient, but I'm doing it this way so y'all can understand. Y'all can see it and understand. Right? This is what you're gonna see when you read the Slack, let me make this better. When you read, this is what you'll see when you read the Tanakh. Right? La Amar. Okay? So we have here is Wayadabar Yahweh al Mashiach La Amar. Right? Technically, what we have here is and he spoke, right? Right? Now understand. Well, this is a verb, okay? This right here is the verb dabar, meaning to speak, right? Or to spoke, or in this case, spoke, right? This is and, right? This right here, this letter wa, or the wawa, means and. This right here, Salakia, is for the tense. To let you know, one, it's past tense. Two, it also lets you know the sex and the quantity. Like, who is being dealt with? Like, who is speaking? This lets you know their sex and the amount of them. Right? So what you have is, and he spoke. Wa and ya, he, in the past, and denoting past tense. The ba, spoke. And he spoke, right? Now, that may sound a bit unordered. And why did I put this? Because he, in a sense, isn't even spoken or necessarily needs to be spoken. Technically, what you need is and spoke, because the name of the he was given. Okay? The Most High. Right? So what you have is Wayadabar Yahweh. And he spoke the Most High. And the Most High spoke. Right? That's what you have here. And what's it called? After that, you'll have Allah, which is basically unto. Right? La by itself means two. Right? Masha. Masha, okay, means drawn from water, but it's technically the name Moses, which is why I brought this up. You'll see this all throughout the Torah. That's literal statement. Wayadabar Yahweh al Masha, wa Aharon, and Aaron. And Aaron's not listed here, but you constantly see that. Salaki, bear with me 1 sec. Okay. Or you'll see Waya Amar Yahweh al Masha. This is Amar right here. Okay. Amar means to say. Right? La in this instance technically means two, but in this instance it's going to make it it's going to give it a ing sense, the sense of ing. But it could really mean technically what it's saying, but the most accurate translation, so you understand, is saying. But technically speaking, like I said, this is to and this is say. So you can really also translate this as to say. So, and he spoke the Most High unto Moses to say or say. Right? That's how you can translate this. I broke this mainly down because Wayadabar Yahweh al Masha, you'll see that constantly. It helps you So better be familiar when you're reading in the Sabbath service. Next, we got verse 2. Mawa'id is a word for feast. Mawa'id, right, in the Hebrew. So we're going to write that in the ancient first. Mawa'id. Mawa'id. And then we're going to do it in the ancient. Mawa'id. Right?
Yeah, just do it. Just do it all in ancient. Because,
all in ancient kind.
Yeah. People when they're reading it,
right?
They would have to catch up with it. You know what I mean? When they're reading it in the Assyrian.
Okay, cool.
Because when it comes to handwriting Assyrian,
right?
Everyone's handwriting in Assyrian is different. It's hard to tell. But you know what I mean? In the ancient, everyone in UPK is fully, recognized what you're doing in the ancient.
This is Mawa'id. Mawa'id means a feast, right?
Okay.
Unto them and said, right? Quara will say in this instance can mean we'll do this first. Quara.
What verse is it?
Verse 2, sir.
Verse 2, God.
Quara in this instance can mean to proclaim, right? But then we're going to see another usage of Quara. We're going to show you another usage of the word Quara. Right?
Proclaim definition.
Salakia? Yeah, proclaim is the definition.
Okay, here's the definition of proclaim, right?
You want to point the camera?
No.
Okay, come.
Right? The definition of proclaim is to announce officially or publicly. All right?
Salakia. I'm just writing down the boards.
Good. Yeah, there you go. It's announced. Proclaim is an announcement, right?
Right.
So, once again, right, what do we do here? We're looking at this man who's talking to an audience,
right,
laying down rules. And you're saying that you will proclaim this. Okay, well, that's proclaiming as the Gentile, right? But World War III, man. Proclaim you amongst the Gentiles, man.
Right.
Right? And that's like camp. Proclaim me amongst the Gentiles is like camp, right?
Right.
Now, okay, where do you see proclaim right here?
The second.
Okay, I see right
you shall proclaim.
God, right?
God.
So you shall proclaim, right? It goes into the holy convocation, right?
Yeah, God, that's what I was doing. The reason I did that is because I wanted to break that down.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Like the
you can go ahead, you can go right. You can go ahead, right? So on the feast of the blowing of the trumpets, you're gonna see. Yeah, on the feast of the blowing of the trumpets, you're gonna see brothers come to this table right here, and they're gonna do all of that, right? They're gonna be proclaiming the high holy days, right? Because the word proclaim means to announce officially or publicly, right? Declare something one considers important with due emphasis, right? Declare officially or publicly to be. All right, here's an example. He proclaimed James II as King of England. All right? So that's the example, right? So the action is a man standing like our body standing right here, and he's telling you what to do, what not to do. All right? And the word is Qara'a, because the man who's doing the proclaiming, he's just he's standing and he's talking to an audience. Just like how we go to camp and we talk to an audience, right? So that's what we call proclaim, right? And the word proclaim is Qara'a. Why? Because he's talking loud, he's yelling, He's trying to talk to the man at the back of the audience. I'm here, crowd here, and then way in the back, people got to hear what you're saying. So we ain't just, we just talking here to us. So we ain't like one of these rappers rapping on the beat all quiet. We like Meek Mill in this thing. We yelling on the beat. You know what I mean? You yelling to the guy that's out far in the back. All right? What about it?
Come. Okay. So next, what we have, which is why this broke out proclaim, like it also has how it broke down earlier with Quara. Quara can have many meanings, right? That's a lot of words in the Hebrew. Maquara means assembly, right? Okay. I'll put it up here so you understand. Assembly, or it can also mean, as it's used in this scripture, convocation. Okay, basically convocation and assembly are basically the same thing. Okay, then next you have Qadash, right? So what do you have here? Maquara Qadash, just like Lashawan Qadash. Okay, Qadash means holy. Maquara means a holy convocation or a holy assembly. This is what does holy mean? Once again, it's separate. Why? What's so special about this being separate? When you go into Lamentations 1 and 10, you understand something that's all throughout the Bible. A heathen cannot celebrate our holidays. In the kingdom of heaven, the heathen will not celebrate Passover or Hanukkah. Like, which is very stupid. Like, any white person, if I see a Jewish person celebrating Hanukkah, I'm like, you realize that's your ancestors we killed, right? Right. Like, understand, any African, like, who celebrates Passover, like, that's at best, that's your cousin. At worst, that's possibly one of your relatives.
That's probably your forefathers out there.
Right. Because Egypt was destroyed and they got scattered. Right. So what's it called?
That was there. So they celebrate the death of their own people.
Right.
And the death of their own kingdom.
Right. Yeah. Now understand, in the kingdom of heaven, because the scriptures say, do double unto them, and we were forced to basically partake in that turkey eating BS and getting a goddamn barbecue pit last month, right? Yeah. They'll be forced to do things for us on our days. Like during Passover season, we might be nice and lower prices for slaves. So that, right before I leave to go out of town to Jerusalem to Passover, I got an extra $500 because y'all idiots bought a bunch of video games and new washing machines. It'll be our Black Friday, right? Where our people get to make money. But that doesn't mean you get to come up in the Passover and know. Holy, right? Separate, convocation. No one can come in here if you are not of our people, right? So let's go to the next one. 6 days shall you work, right? We're going to skip to the main part. Shabbat. Shabbat is Sabbath or rest. That's easy to write. Shabbat, meaning Sabbath or rest, right? 6 days are we mandated to work. But now understand, that is a holiday. Understand, that is a holiday. And I'll say this one last time. You understand what I mean by Friday to Saturday is a holiday. Friday night to Saturday night is a holiday if you live in a Hispanic community. You live in a Hispanic, I've lived in a Hispanic community. Not saying anything what's called Spanish music all night from Friday night. Nothing like there is, nobody has a job the next morning. That's how they treat it. Why? Because this is our culture. We don't, Our culture is Friday night is a goddamn holiday to us.
That's right.
Right? So that's why we do the things we do.
Right. Latinos are Israelites, y'all.
Right.
Latinos, Hispanics, Mexicans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans.
Right.
Those are the real Israelites. Those are the people that feel that they have to. It's an obligation they have to party on Friday night, Saturday night.
Right. And if I
the straight up obligation, go ahead.
And if I may, one thing I always remember, Tobit and his wife's people are Zebulun. Remember, Tobit had to ask, Tobias is the son. Tobias had to ask his father-in-law after 2 weeks, okay, we partied every day since the marriage happened. Can I go home and tell my family now? His father kept him there for 2 weeks to have a party. Like, okay, yeah, we had the party. I got the daughter, so I'm going to leave in the morning. No, we have another party. We did more Coronas. My cousin coming. Our uncle's coming. Da, 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 da. Yeah, for 2 weeks. These are the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? So now we got Shabbat, which is the Sabbath or day of rest.
He was from the tribe of Zebulun?
Khan.
Tobit?
Khan. Tobit and Tobias.
The angel was saying that he was what?
The angel, I believe, also said Zebulun, so it'll be what's it called? Like, oh, you my cousin, da da da. Yeah.
I think the angel said like the tiniest.
I'll double check.
But that makes sense though. If Tobit is Zebulun.
Right.
I mean, I just know that that's good because we can claim that book to be an all Latino book.
John.
Right? Because Tobit is basically today an El Salvadorian.
Right.
Right? And then the angel, he lied, he lied in the sense to say, I'm not an angel, I'm a human being. Oh, really? What tribe are you from? What tribe of Israelites are you from? He goes in Naphtali. Right? Naphtali is the people, or the native Indians, that are right down by Peru, Argentina, and the Bolivia.
John.
The southern parts of Bolivia. In their season.
That's the word. That's the standard, or that's just one way they're using it there.
That's the way of
But that's not the actual season.
Season. Okay, it's not the actual season. What they say is feast.
Feast, right?
Meaning there's a time of the year. There's a time of the year that we expect certain feasts. Right. Passover, we know it's springtime.
Right.
You know what I mean? This one here, what's this? Well, the feast of the blowing of the trumpets.
Right.
When we see the blowing of the trumpets, we know that summer is over.
Right.
We're coming towards fall now. Right. Right. That's the time when you gotta get to packing up your fruits and the crops and seeds that you want and all that for the next year.
Right.
Right. Because we gotta finish up the reaping, right?
Right. Con. Okay, so I'm gonna get that. Hopefully y'all got all that.
In this time, we're gonna have Feast of Booths, Feast of Tabernacle, right?
This is trumpets. Then after that is tabernacles. No, then Day of Atonement, then tabernacles.
So in these seasons, we're gonna expect. We expect the Feast of Tabernacles, Feast of Booths, right?
Right.
Feast of this one here. Hanukkah,
right?
The Day of Atonement. We expect all these in these particular seasons,
right?
All right. So the word season is not mawa'id, but it's going to say season,
right?
Right in English, because what it's giving you is a certain sense. Too far away. Put it closer. Just break it down. Just do the Just do more work. Right big into right all capitals, all right?
Count concept.
Right? Passover.
I was supposed to write it in.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Keep going, right? Passover, right? Passat. There we go. Or whatever works best for you, as long as everyone can see it online.
Yeah, kind of.
All right. That's good. That was good. I had a while ago.
John.
Right. Passat. Good, right?
Con. Passat. Right?
Feast of first fruits in that season.
Feast of first fruits. Well, actually, next is unleavened bread. So Kag.
You're right. That's right.
Hamatazawa.
No. Write English first. So you got Passover first, right?
Right, got it.
Mawa'id means what does Mawa'id mean? Because Kag is feast.
Khan, because they use Mawa'id for feast as well.
Okay, so let's see the difference between Kag and Mawa'id, right?
Khan, sir. Right now, that now we'll put this on the board.
You can go ahead. Get
Khan, okay.
At the bottom of the board, right? Push Shathar down to the bottom of the board.
Shatar?
Yeah.
Shataha?
Right.
Okay. Salaki, what was that?
Shathar is the drink, correct?
Okay. Kag. Ha. Taza. Wow.
Too small. Too small. You use up 2 sentences or something.
Huh?
You gotta use up 2 sentences, right?
What do you mean use up 2 sentences?
Because it might be too small for people to read online.
Okay.
Right? Write it big like you got all the other big letters on it.
Okay.
Card is feast. Also used as things to sacrifice, right?
Khan Kamatazawa.
Mo'ai is a
Appointed time.
yes.
John. So you want to change feast to Mau'ai to
Feast to says congregation 150 times. So it's a
so it's like an event.
When you call your family together for a holiday, right? What do you call it again?
An event, a get together.
A gathering, right? An event. An event.
Right.
So we got words for it. Say a gathering.
Right.
Right, a gathering, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So Mawa'id is really, it's used as feast in that instance. Well, I shouldn't even, what's called. Used as feast.
Congregation definition.
Okay, congregation is the definition.
Here's the definition of congregation. A group of
But it's
people
actually
assembled for religious worship.
a gathering.
Right. Use as feast for gathering. So
Right.
it's a gathering for a feast, all right?
Right. Okay, now we have feast of unleavened bread. Kag Hamatazawa.
Right. So Kag is the actual word for feast.
Right.
Right. The alternative word for Kag is offering in 3 instances or so. Where Kag is used as to say we're gonna eat this sacrifice.
Right.
Right. They're gonna sacrifice us to eat this day. Right. So Kag is all about the food. Mawa'id is the people.
Right.
That come to the feast. Right. Go ahead.
Come. Now next, Salakia. Next is Ra'ash, Kab, how do you say? Kab Ra'ash, Apayim? No, Apayim.
Feast of First Fruits.
Khan,
Kag,
Ra'ash, Apayim. Well,
how do you say
or would it be Apayim Ra'ash?
it might be, it could be Ra'ashas. Could be, this is check.
So like, because for first fruits, I got Ra'ashiyah. Yeah, kind of Ra'ashiyah, kind of. So like, if y'all need this at the bottom, so like, I guess y'all can.
You leave this with that, right?
Shatta, kind of.
Wait, you wrote it already? Leave it.
No, I'm gonna redo it.
No,
It's
it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, come on.
Keep going. Keep going.
All right. So now what we have now is, so how you wanna do that one, Cog? So. Is that?
Feast of First Fruits. So we're gonna break it down. Right? Feast of First Fruits. Right?
Roots, right?
Right, good, right? So under the word feast is where you're gonna put the word, the Hebrew feast.
Right. So, Cog. Feast would be. Cog.
God.
And that's really just two letters.
Wait. I need to bring.
Huh?
Hold on. She says, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when you be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruit of your harvest unto the priest. Right? So it's called a sheaf of first fruits. Okay, that's what he asked me.
Right.
All right. So the feast of first fruits, just put on board. Feast of first fruits is really sheep. Right underneath feast of first fruits, put sheep in parentheses. All right.
Con. Because a sheaf is like a bushel basically.
Yeah, it's like a legal something, right?
Well, it's like a sheaf is like. Con, if I may, a sheaf is like a. You know when you got a whole thing of bread, like a wheat, and you have it in a bushel.
Yeah.
Con, you're familiar with the Joseph, right?
Yeah.
With when his brother sheep bowed down to his.
Oh, in the dream.
Right, he had their sheep. That's what a sheaf is. It's like when you go and you collect corn and you collect like bread, you tie it up. That's a sheep.
Okay.
You see it now, right? Yeah. So basically, he was dreaming. It's like we all got our sheets, but their sheep started to bow down to his, and his sheep was just standing there. It's like the fuck that's supposed to be like, yo, you better than us?
Okay, no problem. Okay, so we got sheep there, right?
Right.
Have first fruits.
And that's why you gave it.
Under the S, the last S in fruits.
Con.
Right? Underneath it, put parentheses of harvest. Bigger than that.
Con.
There you go. Harvest. Oh, bigger A than that. Bigger A. Capital letters, all right?
Con, sir.
There we go. For the board, just write like that from now on, all right?
Con, sir.
Yeah, right? Give me a better T than that, too.
Con, sir.
Harvest, right? There we go, right? Sheaf,
right?
Or first fruits of harvest. Now, we're going to break down, move the cog onto the upper feast. Right, let's write the Hebrew, right?
All right. Write the Hebrew for this crowd. So it would be sheaf here instead of feast.
There will be sheep. up to the feet, the bar right underneath it, put CHAAG.
CHAAG.
Yeah. Right there. We got write the C a bit better than that.
Concept.
Don't write the C or up on the H like that.
Concept.
Maybe we have to C.
Con.
Right? There we go. Right? Good. So cog is feast.
Right.
Right?
Salaki, sheaf. Hold up, let me find it. So it just said. Wait.
Erase the other cog over there.
What? Erase. Okay. Where's the
Yeah.
other? Oh, con.
Yeah. Remove that.
Okay, con.
Right? Hamatadawa is the word for unleavened bread. Circle unleavened bread and hamatadawa.
Circle unleavened bread and
Right.
Salaki, sir.
There you go. Right. So
Question.
you can really distinguish what's going on here, right?
I just clarified.
Yeah.
This is what the Jewish man calls matzah. This is where the word matzah comes from.
Matzah is in the Bible too.
but that's not this, or?
Matzah is, I saw it just a while ago. Look it up. Matzah is a word for, I was looking for a piece a while ago, matzah is where it came up.
Yeah, because I think that's what they call their unleavened bread. Matzah.
Yeah, matzah is the same thing as matzawa.
Matzawa. It's just their mistranslation of it.
I would call it a mistranslation.
Okay.
Right? Matzawa comes from matzaza. When they say matzah, they're saying what we say matzaza.
Okay.
All right? Yeah, there's just the thing with the Taza dialect. You know what I mean? I could say matzah and you could say matzaza.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Good.
Right. But the true, you know, what that word, that letter, that TZ, in the alphabet, they call it the sade, the sade.
Good.
Right? Where it's a T and a Z sound together. Right? So each Hebrew character, they all have a unique sound.
Right.
Right? Taza is not ta and za.
Right. It's
right? It's its own sound. Right?
Right.
And that sounds like we had the Shia a while ago.
Yeah, John.
Where the XI is like having SI and SHI in the middle. Taza is just like that. Where you say T and you say Z, right between that it's C.
Right.
Right? Ta, za, sa.
Right. Yeah, John. Like, man, I used to know a white lady. Her name was Circus. TSIR, like KAS. So it's like I used to practice my time on her, like, hi, Miss Circus. But she never complained. Never.
Oh, like circus.
Right, John.
Okay.
Like, yeah, she was from one of them, like, Germanic countries. Like, yeah, come. So it's like you can practice. There's a few, you find those. Like TZ. TZ isn't as uncommon as you think. But hers was TS actually, wasn't even TZ. But it was TS.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, come.
Same TS and TZ is the same thing.
Because I'm not, but it's like Zar is different, right? Because I think Zar comes from CZ and CS.
Zar.
Zar, come.
Zar to say what, rock or stone or woman?
No, Zar is the head of Russia. The head of Russia.
Oh, Tsar's of Russia.
The Tsar's of, yeah, come.
Yeah,
come.
That is the same thing too.
Oh, so it's not, okay, the T.
Because there's CZ,
right?
And the C being used as the T.
Right, I forgot. What's called, their letters are funny. Like, their N is an H. I had a friend who's half Russian, so.
Come.
Yeah, come.
Right, so their C is a T, and that is there too. Also, the general toe-so chicken.
Yeah, come.
TSO. They say TSO, but we say toe, so like.
Yeah, I know. I always said soul chicken, general soul chicken.
Come.
You
go in there and say general soul chicken, they know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that is the whole premise
Come.
of that character, right? No problem, right? Let's go. We got harvest is Quatazar.
Quatazar. So this would be
sheep.
Aymar.
Sheep is Aymar.
Aymar. How would you say first fruits? Parium, Ra'ashwa.
It's Ra'ashiyah.
Ra'ashiyah, Parium or Parium Ra'ashiyah?
The word in here is not Parium at all. So it's saying sheep,
right,
of the first harvest.
Aymar. Salah. I'm going to get practice much better.
Don't put a ma in it either, right?
Oh, what?
Don't put a ma in there. Say of.
Okay, oh, yeah, come.
Yeah, you call it of.
Alright,
That's
Mar.
not what's in the scriptures. Ra'ash.
Rash.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said Qatar.
There's two A's in there, right? You're missing the A. Ra'ash.
Yeah, come. Sorry.
No. I like where the R was before. Put the R back.
Got
Let me see. No, that's not where it was. Put it back where it was.
it was.
Come on. Now remove the H and everything else behind that.
Got.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry.
That was good spacing that you had there. That was good. That's good.
Wait till I do.
You look at the H that you could.
Yeah, John.
Ra'ash, right? Put a dash after the H.
Okay, come.
No. After the H.
All right, come after this age.
Yeah.
Wait, this age?
Yeah. Just so we can dissect the tense, right? To break it down. Ra'ash means head, y'all. Right? Ra'ash is where you get the letter Ra from. Right? That Ra means head.
Come.
Right? Ra'ash, and then it's dash, ya, right? Y-A-T-H.
Sorry.
Right? Under Ra'ash, put head.
Head.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're breaking it down. I say you break it down here. Head. Right? With the Yah,
Salaki, what does Yath actually mean?
I have no clue right now. I have to go look at it in the book again. The Yah is in this sense here, instead of saying per head, right, or saying one, right, it's being used to say first. Right? So we'll just find a way of breaking or putting it in English, right, to say head but not the head. Remember now, this is in Genesis 2.
Right. Bara'ah, that's why I asked.
Bara'ashia, where it's being used to say it behind this thing, the thing that's like the head, right?
Right.
I don't got it right now. If we leave it blank right now, right?
John.
Leave it blank right now, right? In the same sentence, we'll finish the Qatazar, right?
Qatazar.
To say harvest.
Qatazar.
Qatazayar.
Zar what?
Qatazar, right? Yeah, good, right? Let me check my corners right quick. We're looking for
Qatazar young?
7105.
Young.
It's Qatazar, yeah. Qatazayar.
Qatazar yar come.
Yeah, don't risk. Leave it like that.
Qatazar come.
What I want is people to learn that word right there.
Okay, come.
I want people to see that word and they know that it's harvest. Okay. 771. 7105. 71. Cross to the left, or the door. Or to the left, or the left. Or to the yin. Okay, it's from 7114. 7114 is Qatazar, affirmative root, curtail, to harvest or to reap. Alright? Reap. Okay, so now, right?
Huh?
On the Qatazar,
Right?
put reap. Bigger than that. Reap. Good. Good. Right? Now under that, put Qatazayar. What does the yard?
Come.
Okay, and you're gonna stay reaped with an ed on the end, right? And give it a little forward slash. Underneath it, put harvest, right?
Come.
Right. So I remember we were talking before about the tenses and where to put the wa and the ya.
Right.
Whether it's the second place or the third place. We don't know. We just know that in some words they have it in the second spot.
Right.
So like some places like this one right here, they have it in the third spot. And the ya right here, it means past tense. Meaning this is the thing that you've reaped already.
Yeah, I have a question on
Is that the question?
Come.
About the number, right?
Yeah, come.
We're gonna do the numbers next.
Okay, come.
Alright? Should we start right now?
Well, we got about 15 minutes.
Okay, so that's the piece of first fruits, right? The proper breakdown is sheaf of the first harvest. Right?
Right.
That is the proper breakdown for the piece of first fruits, the sheaf of the first harvest.
Right.
Alright? Good, right? What's the next one?
Next would be Salah, sir.
We might gotta wrap it up, right? We might gotta go straight to the blowing of the trumpet.
Yeah, come. So you want to just do that one next?
Yeah, blowing of the trumpet. We're gonna get the word blow. Right? So you should go in there.
To blow would be Shapar as well, wouldn't it?
Blow would be no.
Nine out of the come.
We went over this like a couple months ago. Okay, let me just get it right quick. What verse is that?
I'm looking for an answer. Salah.
24, right?
Yeah, come.
So the word for
Ra'iwa. Rawai. Zakar one, Rawai.
Okay, so the car one is the code, right? So go back to the board. And that's space right under IMR.
Right.
What's the car? We're not breaking underneath. We're breaking under this word Zakar first, right?
Time.
What does Zakar mean?
Zakar means to remember.
Good, right there. Yeah. But let me see where you're at. You put some more space between the IMR, man. It's too close.
Got it.
And everybody knows Captain Zakar.
Right.
Right, Captain Zakar in New York. He's in charge of Bronx, New York. I mean, and he's the man. I mean, Zakar is remember. His name is Captain Zakar's name. His name is remember. Okay. Now you read in the scripture here. It doesn't just say Zakar. It said remember better than that.
Yeah, time.
Hebrew Academy is on Sunday, y'all. You know what I mean? Some of y'all are not going to make it. Some of y'all are not going to show up, it's fine. All right, but for those who can, you should. You should do all in your might to get there. You know what I mean? See people saying that you should not go, you should not show up anyways. Do it. Get there.
Right.
All right? The car means remember. The car one. Now, what is the car one? You put a W-A-N at the back of any word. What does it mean? It means
A lot of times it makes it like past, present tense, or because like ING.
No. Okay, because that's in the middle of that's in the middle of a word. So Zakawar, ING, remembering, right? We have also Zakawar in Jersey,
Yeah.
right? Zakawar is remembering, right? We have the trumpet, Shapar,
Yeah.
Shapar like trumpeting, right?
Right.
You have a word right here. We're gonna read for trumpet, right?
Right.
It's gonna be what Rabbi. That Y in there is the ING. That it means shout. All right.
Con.
Now, WAN at the end of any word makes it a noun. Right? That's why you get words like Hebron, or words like
What is Hebron?
can't remember, right? But think of any word. Eglon, the guy that Ehud stabbed up,
Con.
right? Hebron,
Shemaiah.
Shammai one, yes, right? Shammai is the hair. Shammai one, you're not hearing anything. The one means that it's a person, place, or thing. A noun. A noun is a person, a place, or a thing. Right? You turn things into noun by putting WAN. So put WAN on the board. Put a dash.
Con.
WAN. Come on.
Smart.
Right?
Not that way.
That's good.
Up. Con.
Right? WAN. Right? And then in parentheses, person, place. Take your time. Let me not rush it, right?
Yeah, con.
Person,
You got it.
God, person, please go take it, right?
Person. Place.
Don't try to squash things. Okay, let's put personal place.
Con.
I'm trying to prioritize.
Yeah, con.
the space coming, right?
Right.
Right over place, because I can't make out what that it looks like it's saying PAs.
Con.
Make the L be a real L with a like a Lamar.
Con. Place.
Good, right? Person or place. Right over there. Give me some space after that comma, Bubble Shaw.
Space after the comma.
Right, so erase all that.
Con.
Right? Person. Right? Look, space. There's a space.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. Yeah. You see? That's good. That's good. Right? There we go. Ah, there we go. One means personal place. Good. Now give me Zakar one underneath all of that. Zakar one.
Con.
I just want to say about it, man. You did a very good job there, man.
Dora.
You did a hell of a job there, man.
Con. So Dora.
God, right? Zakar one. Now Zakar one could be a person, place, or thing, right? If I had a memory card, it's called a memory. Good night. It's called a memory card.
Right.
I would call that thing a Zakar one card.
Right.
All right. Now this is a memorial.
Right.
Right. So this right here says memorial. Right. The car one is the verb, but you're gonna come across memorial. Memorial of the blowing of the trumpet. The 9/11 memorial. And what's the memorial we got here? The World War II memorial.
Washington Memorial.
Huh?
Washington, Lincoln.
Washington Memorial. The Hebrew is the car one.
Right.
The car one. 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 Right? Body.
There's a memorial. Keep this as a memorial of my name for all times. That's a Exodus 3 and 15.
Yes. If you go there, I guarantee you, you're gonna see the car one there.
Go.
Right? I bet any figures like one line. You got money. You got dough. We know Hebrew more than you. Shalom is fake greetings, man. It's not real Hebrew. The greeting shalom. If there's shalom in the scriptures, yes, you can find shalom in its proper context. But shalom as a greeting is fake.
Right.
It's fake, man.
Right.
That's why we call you fake Israelite groups, man.
Right.
All right, no problem. So call it is memorial. Memorial of the blowing of the trumpet, right?
Come, sir.
The next word is Sar Rawai. Sar Rawai, right?
Right.
You can get a breakdown of this. If you want to, you can get down. That's all right.
Okay.
Okay. Remember the question marks, right? We write in the say by 100. We're gonna say 5, and then the word for 100 is ma'ah. Right? So don't put kamashim, because kamashim signifies 50. right?
Right, it'd be Mahayim though, right? So to know
Volume would be 100,
100, yeah, count to know multiple hundreds. If I'm
right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get examples out there. Let's get this first right here, right?
Count.
We got 8643. 86. A643 is from 7321, right? And A643 Tharawai is an acclamation of joy or a battle cry, especially clangor of trumpets, as an alarm, blowing, trumpets, jubilee, loud noise, rejoicing, shouting, all right, no problem. 7321, the root is Rawai. Rawai, which means to mar, split the ears, or to shout.
So Mar, basically.
Yeah.
Basically, all of those are warfare. Basically, Mar is you destroy something.
Mar is especially by breaking.
Yeah, destruction.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Star at the beginning means future tense.
Right.
Right? So what it's saying is future. Yeah.
And in the future, we're about to go and break some stuff.
Yes, this is the cause to destroy.
Right.
Right? So let's erase what's at the top. Erase the unleavened bread and all that. Leave the first fruits, right? Passover and the unleavened bread, remove that, right?
God. Alright. Slovakia. You got this?
Okay. Good. Now at the top we want Rawai.
Ra.
Bigger the capital, alright?
God.
Give me some more space from the edge of the board too.
Okay.
There we go. Rawai. Right? Now, this means mar. Scripture says to not mar your beard. Right? Give me a capital M-A-R.
Okay.
Right? Right? Not split. Or to mar means, in parentheses, to split or break. Good. Parentheses. Good. Next line. Right?
Okay.
Thaw. Thaw, at the end of it, put a dash, right? Give me
Okay.
more space on the board. Some more space on the board.
Okay.
Right? Capital T to it, right?
Okay.
Thaw. Right? In parentheses, future tense. Alright, good, right? Good. Now, we're going to put back up there, Tharawai. Right, so when you write it there, and then at the bottom of the board, just erase the one at the bottom, right? Yeah, looking nice. Tharawai, right? Now, put will destroy, or will mar. Or, okay, what's best? Going to mar.
Well, Mar, yeah, come.
Right? So will is saying you will do this, all right? Okay.
John.
And here it's used as going. Now, underneath that we need the word ma korah, right? I put ma with a dash and then korah, right? More space from the that's good. That's good. Keep going. Ma dash korah. Capital A. We went over Korah. This is going to be the third time we went over Korah today, right?
God.
What? Someone online, right? What does Qur'an mean? I don't think you hear me. What does Qur'an mean online? Right? What does Qur'an mean? Someone give me what Qur'an means online. What does Qur'an mean?
Yeah, I got some.
Dante is back life is an idiot. All right. Does anyone online know what Qur'an means online? Does anybody know what Qur'an means online? Qur'an. In New York, we got a man called Officer Korayala. Right, Officer Korayala, we know him, famous guy in New York.
Right.
No answers. All right, no problem. Qur'an means the call.
Right.
Right, we went over earlier. It means shout. It means cry. It means all that, right?
Right.
On the mark for off. Oh, wait. From. Don't put parentheses. Just put from.
It's good. Slovakia. All right.
All right.
From.
And the word would be convocation.
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 Right? So now what does it mean to have a convocation? Meaning you are called. Give me better than that.
God.
Okay. Convocation definition.
Here's the definition of convocation. A large formal assembly of people.
Large. Good.
Convocation.
Right? So here's the word for convocation, right? Convocation definition.
Here's the definition of convocation. A large formal assembly of people.
A large formal assembly of people. What does the second one say? The action of calling people together for a large formal assembly. Right? And that's what all these feasts are. These feasts are at the end of the class.
Right.
Monday, next Monday, the next feast day is the Feast of the Blowing of the Trumpets.
Right.
September 5th.
6, I think.
6th. Be here at 7 p.m.
Right.
Because that is the calling to be together.
Right.
All right? Right? So Ma is from, Qur'an means call. Ma Qur'an became the word for this assembly where we're called together for. Right? English word, they call it convocation, all right? Con, right?
Sure.
Right? What's the next word about it? Right? Convocation, the next word is Qadash.
Qadash, God.
Right?
God. So it's just not.
So just spit it right here. Just put
right here?
Yeah, put it right here. Start right here.
God.
Right? Qadash, right? Qadash, we know that Qadash means holy. We sure wrote holy first, but don't worry about it.
God.
Right behind it, holy. Right?
Holy.
Holy. Con. No sweat, right? And then put a line from here to here, because this is saying holy convocation. Right? This is how you get the word holy convocation. Ma Qur'an Qadash. Ma Qur'an Qadash, right here. In the ancient right here. From right here into this space right here, right?
Come on, right in there.
Come on. Let me get my question right quick. I wanted to go to the numbers that it was. We ain't got time to go lead to the board, right?
Yeah, come
on. The numbers.
Right.
Say the numbers.
Akkad, Shanya. Okay, Salakia. Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shashad, Shabai, Dashai, no, Salaki, Shabai, Shemawana, Dashai, Aishara. Okay, Salaki, Akkad Aishara, Shanya Aishara, Shalash Aishara, Arabai Aishara, Kamash Aishara, Shisha Aishara, Shabai Aishara.
Right. Well, what body is doing is what body is doing here, right? Is where the 10 is said last, right?
Right.
Remember now, we have right.
Salaki.
Yeah, that's all good, right? We have what they call Arabic numerals, right?
Right.
In Hebrew and in Arabic, we write from right to left, right?
Right.
So this is Arabic numerals, right? Arabic numerals. Where in Arabic they write from right to left. So this will be Shanya Aishara. So the tools is on this side, right?
Right.
So we start here. Shanya Aishara, Shalash Aishara, Arabai Aishara. Right? Same thing with the 20s, right? 21, 22, 23, 24. Right? Akkad Shanyam, Shalash, Akkad Shanyam, Shanya Shanyam, Shalash Shanyam, Arabai Shanyam. Right? Because we're reading from right to left. All right? So now we want to get the that's good, right?
Good.
We want to get 500, right? Now what we do is we're going to our good trusty concordance apps, Bible apps, and we're looking for 500. Right? And that's the whole reason why, right, in Old English it will say 5 and 20. Right? Because it's 5 is Kamash, 20 is Shanyam. Right? So Kamash Shanyam. So in English it will say instead of saying Akkad Shanyam, in English it will say 1 and 20. It's not like today you say 21, 22, 23. It's 1 and 20, 2 and 20, 3 and 20, 4 and 20, because that's how Hebrew went. 4 and 20. Arabai Shanyam, Kamash Shanyam, Shasha Shanyam, Shabai Shanyam. All right. So we want 500. Seth lived 105 years and begot Enos. Genesis 5 and 6. Right? So the word was Kamash Shanyam Wa Ma'ah. Okay, but that Shanyam is years. That's in the middle. I don't want something in the middle. I don't want to get messed up. All right. 300 pieces of silver. That's good. Genesis 45, 22. Right. Genesis 45, 22. Okay. So we have Shalash Ma'awa. Right? So,
Yeah.
500 would be, put it at the bottom, 500.
500.
Let's put 500. And put Kamash, put Slakia, put Kamsha Ma'a.
Okay, come on. Oh, hell no.
Right. It's dripping, right?
Sun just hit my head, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it was dripping on me too a while when I started to.
Kamsha Mawa.
Ma'a, right?
Tom. Yes, I just grab.
Okay. Ma'a, let's see, hold on.
Oh, it's like it's supposed to be the holler.
Okay, there's 38, 26.
Okay.
550 minutes. Kamash, Ma'awa. Okay, good, right? So that's how you write 500. Kamsha, Ma'awas. We're not ready to say Kamsha yet. Let's put Kamash.
Good.
By the way, I got Kamsha based on the fact of using cognate languages. Right? As we know, the biblical Hebrew textbook, it said to use you can stand here too, right?
Good.
It said to use what was some more? We are professionals here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it said to use cognate languages, right, in the biblical Hebrew textbook. The biblical Hebrew text and workbook, right? It's written by Bani Pedradi. That's a book we like to use. It's from the Yale. It's a book from Yale. It comes out of the Yale University, right? And in the back of it, it's saying to get to what they would call the Aramaic Hebrew or the Paleo Hebrew, right? You have to use cognate languages, right? It says in there's no vowels other than the I and R and I sounds in there. That's in there, right? Which throws the whole Jewish language out the window, right? It says things go by the cognate languages. Now, in Arabic, right? Their number is Wahid. Some of the crap, I can't remember, right? Let me see if I can get it right quick, right? Before we close out, right? Arabic numbers.
Here's information.
Oh, is that it, right? There we go. All right. So it says Wahid, Ithnan, Talata, Arba'a, Hamsa, Sita, Saba'a, Thamania, Tisa, Ashar, right? So by maintaining our way of speaking, meaning we have connectors, right? And we don't know how to use it, right? So a lot of times we just implement it based on sounds, right?
Right.
But now numbers is not like the words,
right?
And there is a system where things are used to be distinguished, so you can make a difference between the two, right?
Right.
So as we know, we have the word for silk, which is shash, right? But then the number 6 also has the same letters as shash, right? So one is shash, one is shasha.
Right.
To make a difference, as we have no numbers today, which is regular word. Right. So when you see wahid, that is a card. Right. When you see ithnan, that is shanya. Right. When you see 3 in Arabic, they have thalatha. Right. Where we would just have shalash. So the number 3 might be shalasha. Right. For number 4, they have arba'ah, where for us we have arba'ai. All right. For 5, they have khamsa. We were saying kamash, but it might be kamsha. Kamash what we had because we just said, oh, first letter and then connect the last 2. But this one is saying connect the first 2, the last will hang off. Kamsha. Right? For 6, they got sita, we got shasha. Right? 7, they got sabah. For us, we have shabai. Right? 8, they have thamania. Thamania. We have what's our 8 again? We have shamauna. Right? So it's not shamawana. It's not long. It's not a girl's name. It's not extended. It's not shamawana. It's to be counted. You know what I'm saying? We counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because you gotta count quickly, right? So these things are said quick. So it's there. You got thamania. We have shamauna. All right. So that Y is connected to the one before. Right. 9, they got Tissa. What do we have? We got Tashai. Tissa, Tashai, all right? So they use the T's like this THs. Right. And they use the S like our SHs.
Right.
Right? Because their language is a fall-off version from ours, because ours is first.
Right.
All right? They have Ashar, we have Aishara.
Right.
All right?
John.
Aishara. All right? Aishara. All right, no problem. That by the class to officer 1,000 of body. Most of Christ. Right. Stop it up.
Announcements.
Yeah, get the announcements. All right.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. With a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They'll be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the heads to marry. John. Tithe is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means tenth in the Hebrew, Ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher, priest fund free, offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like, upcoming holy convocations will be the memorial blowing of the trumpets. That'll be the Monday after next. Okay, if you check the bulletin board for any upcoming events, anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. That we say, Imagine. Come give one courtesy salute, not of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh, Hashem, Shabbat, Yad Matah, dismissed.
Good.